Well, hello everyone. My name is Chanel, and I am the creator of You Are Brilliant Books. And we provide identity-centered systems that create measurable community outcomes. And to every organization and to every individual who has purchased the You Are Brilliant bundle, from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I do not take your support lightly. And it is my prayer that God bless you and those connected to you in the areas that you need it most. For those of you who do not know, I am a former educator. Yes, I was a K through 5, medically fragile, non-ambulatory, and nonverbal, and hearing impaired teacher. And if you're a teacher listening to me now, you already know it takes a different kind of heart to show up every day for students that the world underestimates. They put limitations on what they can't do, really, before they're even given a chance. I know what it's like to stay up late rewriting lesson plans because the district standards and curriculum doesn't necessarily fit your students. I know it's like to spend your money, your own money, time and time again, because the school's budget doesn't cover that. I know it's like to fight for resources, to advocate for your students, and to be creative enough to keep your students' attention and still be expected to hit the testing benchmarks. Yeah, I remember that pressure. And the hardest part is being told that your students can't or they won't or don't even try that. I remember there was one particular student that comes to mind, and I had to test for myself the no, they're not going to be, and don't even try. And I start using a lot of the Max and adaptive equipment because she was nonverbal. And I had my team come in and, I gave the instructions on what I needed and how they could assist me and paired with different, okay, I didn't know. So where can I get this resources? This is my vision. This is what I want. And I remember once we finally got the adaptive equipment created, the different things for different prompts, and I tried it within the classroom setting with my assistants, and I brought in the mother, and over a period of time, the mother was so excited. She was like, "Oh my God, she's learned." And then someone said to the mother, well, don't get too excited. She's not going to learn but so much. So, can you imagine someone telling your child that they can't learn, that they're limited? I don't believe in over exaggerate. I do believe with God all things are possible, but she was already doing what others said couldn't be done. So the mother's excited because of the growth and the forward movement and the progress. And then here comes someone trying to throw a fire on the forward movement and say, well, yeah, they're learning, but they're not going to keep learning. They're only going to go but so far. Isn't some growth worth the effort? isn't some growth worth fighting for? Everyone won't agree with me, but as teachers, that's why that's why we signed up for it. So again, I didn't just write a book, but I am a former educator, not just in K through 5, but I'll just focus on that for story purposes, and so I won't go on and on and on. As stated, when I was teaching, I refused to accept what others say couldn't be done. So what I did, and the reason why I'm sharing this story is I partnered with the nurses, speech pathologists, and in sharing what I saw was a need from my students. And I basically came up with a concept which will help you when you already have thoughts and ideas. It makes you, when you already know what you want, when you already see what outcome will be, it will assist you in your proposal being accepted. So I gave them the concept, and my team, they submitted it for me. And my proposal was for a sensory station. And basically, in my sensory station, the space was designed to strengthen the sense of touch for my students that were blind and sound for my students that were hearing impaired, because disability does not mean being disqualified, being not at just because you were labeled at birth with a situation, that does not mean that you are not able to participate in life. That does not mean that you have to sit back on the sidelines and disengage while others move forward. So it is with that idea that I move forward, and I pursued providing a solution for my students by utilizing Duke Engineering University, and actually to assist me in assisting my students in their process to progress. My thoughts actually are captured in the Duke Engineering University Journal. So I'm not making it up. It's actually documented, my sensory station. So um, we already know as teachers, we don't have a big budget, but that is what I did. And I'm excited about what the progress that it assisted my students in achieving. And on the same note, I wrote, "You are brilliant," to give the next generation uh, a voice, that their voice matters, that they do not have to self doubt. They do not have to listen to the lies, the labels, and that they're paired with all of us, that the us speaking into them and pouring into them, it will stay within their mind, and it will be louder than the doubts and the it will combat those that will tell them that they can't. It will combat the verbal things of people saying, "Why bother?" But they will see that they're brilliant. They were created brilliantly, and that they can. And that is why I partner with schools, churches, nonprofits, hospital, daycares, and community and corporate programs where, again, we build identity-centered systems that help students to move forward. So if you are a teacher, a principal, or a purchasing department of any of the above, because I know the rules have changed, I'm not ignorant of that, and you actually don't have any ideas, I have you contact me. I would love to, if to be a provide a consultation with you. And or if you're a teacher just needing some activities and you already know your students' abilities and you have some concepts, reach out to me. I am happy to be a part of the solution in creating creative ideas for your students where they can grow. So let's build brilliance together. So until then, I want to thank you for listening and remember, you are brilliant.